Hey everybody, Pitmeister78 here with another video here. Um, so yesterday, well today is March 21st, check that date, March 21st, I think 2012, um, oh yeah, sorry, March 22nd, oh, 23rd, well, it's 22nd here still, but it's the 23rd GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. So yesterday there was no trades. You remember the last trades we put on? We had a 80 pip total profit. Well, there were some setups today. We have 3 trades that I just put on. The market just closed here in Arizona, so that's when I like to do my setups. So we got a trade going on the euro dollar. It met the criteria for me to get into this trade. You can see I got in right here at the close. Now, one of the things about having a system is it's supposed to take emotion out of it, because normally I don't like this trade if I wasn't using a system because of this pin bar. Pin bars are very bad signs for going short. You can see right here, this isn't really a pin bar, it's more like a doji. Again, you got a pin bar right here, and the funny part is it went down right after that. So, pin bars don't always mean reversal, but, a lot of times they do. Now, this pin bar should have been kind of like a long pin bar, which it did go up a little bit, but you can see, so we're short the dollar here. Our profit target is the first trouble area, which is right here, resistance, I'm sorry, support. So our profit target is just a little bit above that, which is about 70 pips, I think, 60 pips, if I remember correctly. 60 pips, yeah, and our stop loss is just above the first resistance area, again, because I've seen these touch before, or they come real close and then boom, they go right back down. So I like to go, when I'm doing stop loss, a little bit above resistance and then a little bit before support. So that's the first one. And then, I have a 35 trailing pip stop because I have to, I do other things at night here. Got to take my son for a walk, an example, after this video, so I can't sit here. So just in case, again, like I've said, I've seen it happen before, where I've put on a trade, I walk away, eat dinner, come back, the trade went like 60 pips really quick in my direction and then immediately reversed back up. So I always like to just be safe. The second trade is the pound dollar. We went short on that one too. That also met our criteria. Kind of, it's like the same looking chart basically, except for this just isn't a pin bar. But again, these 2 trades are both kind of the same thing, where they went down, failed to go lower. So that's kind of where we're at there. My profit target on that one is the first, a little bit above the first trouble zone, which is, obviously you can see there's pretty good support right here. We got three bars, and this one almost came down and touched it, so I went just, again, a little bit above it for that, and I believe that's probably also, I think, maybe 60 pips or so. Yeah, another one about, this one's 70, close to 70 pips. And in fact, I might change this, and you can kind of see me do this right now, because I don't like where I put that target. I think it should be a little bit above, because if you see here, it's only 5 pips away. No, 5 pips is good. I'll leave it at 5 pips. Stop loss again, right at the resistance here, which is, let's take a look. The high was 159.22, and our stop loss is 159.24. So about 2 pips away. I should probably make that 5. So let's go ahead and do that. So it should be 27 on this one. Just a couple of pips up there. Alright, now I feel a little bit better. Okay, so you can see that one, we're in that one, and then the next one was actually a long on the franc. Obviously if the dollar's going up, then it should go up on the franc. This one barely met our criteria. Again, another one that I really didn't like because of this, kind of reverse pin bar here. A doji, actually, for the Japanese candlestick people. But again, the point of systems, I'm testing it, is I'm trying to take every signal and see kind of where we're at, see how it works. That's the point of testing a symbol. So our profit target, again, is a little bit above, or a little bit below the first trouble zone. I don't really count these as trouble zones. I mean, technically they are, but when you're trading on daily charts, I'm going for the next trouble area, which is, again, you can see these two bars are pretty almost identical. So a little bit below. This one is about 50 or 40 pips, 39, something like that. And then our profit, or our stop loss, is just a little bit below this support here at about 63. So that one actually did allow us to do a 0.5 lot on it because of the profits that we made here. We were able to go long and with a 0.5. So this would be one that if it gets close to my target area, if it happens to do it while I'm watching it, then I will sell half my position and let the rest of it run. Just a quick recap. If you'd see the ones we had the other day, again, this is why trailing stops kind of suck sometimes. You see, remember, we got in here, and I got about 50 pips on this trade, but obviously you can see it went down a total of 150 pips almost. So it's I really need to find a way to let the profits run. You remember up here I had a trailing stop of 25, and it got taken out. So I think when I get into these ones a little bit heavier, I'm going to let the trailing stop be about 50 or so. When I cut my profits, I cut my position in half and let the profits go, I'll just let it go about 50 pips or so. This New Zealand one, pretty much the same thing. Again, it went down. We got in here, and it went all the way back down to another 114. So again, same thing. The trailing stop, I was at 25, and it took me out. So in this case, 50 still wouldn't have done me any wrong or done me any good, but and the other thing too, sometimes you just move your stop to break even and let it go, and in this case that wouldn't have worked either. But you could see the system, if you're able to handle it. But again, getting all this profit, say when we got about when we got the 50 or so that we got, selling half your position and then see it reverse on you all the way back up, probably like 80 pips or so. That's a tough pill to swallow. I don't know many people that could do that. Basically all their profit would be gone, and now they're in a pretty good loss, so it's tough to do that. But you won't go broke from taking trades, taking profits. That's an old saying I heard a long time ago. Never go broke from taking profits. This one was actually a setup yesterday that I didn't take, just because I'm not really trading the dollar yen right now. It's just, looking at this chart over the last 2-3 months, it's just, look at it. It's obviously in a giant uptrend. Like I told you, I took advantage of that once before, but all the other system triggers that it triggered pretty much didn't work, and I don't want to trade this pair right now. I'm kind of just letting it do its thing. So I do trade other pairs, but no other pairs really had any setups. I wish I would have gotten in on this one. It generated a signal right here at the close, and I would have loved to gotten in that one. But I'll update you more, and we'll kind of check in and see where we're at. But right now, our pound dollar position's in the green right now by 1 pip. But hey, 1 pip is 1 pip. So just wanted to show you that, and I will be updating here later on tonight, and we can see where this thing goes. See where these trades go. Okay, we're back here. It's been about 2.5 hours since we started these trades. We're looking decent. Yeah, we're 1 pip, 2 pips, 1 pip, 2, 3, and -1. You know, the thing with this system, again, is that you can't really, you really can't get nervous. I mean, until like the next day. You know, I expect some major pullbacks in these things. Before if any profits are taken. Um, you know, so that's the thing with this system. You know, the other thing. Well, I'll talk about that on another video. But so we're basically, again, I wouldn't be surprised if it pulls all the way back to the high. And the other thing is sometimes these trades take more than a day. It just happened to the ones the other day just happened to get out, on the next day. But sometimes these trades, they take a couple of days. If I would have taken this trade, for example, it would have, closed out on me. Let's see, I would have got in at the close, and then it would have closed down on me 50 pips. I'd be 50 pips in the red. But then, if I would have waited the next day, then I'd only be down 3, and then boom, then there's your payoff right there. So, like I said, sometimes these trades take a couple of days. Here's one that I would have lost on, right here. But then, with the system, when a signal is generated in the opposite direction the next day, you get out and you immediately go the other way. That's just the way the system is. So I'm gonna stop this video right now, and then I'll put an update on it, just because I can't leave my laptop running overnight. I don't like to do that. So thanks for watching, and I will update you when these are done. You know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put some markers up here. That way we can see where my prices were. And yeah, okay. And then we'll do it. This one. I better hurry up. I only got 15 minutes before this thing runs out. So, like I said, that other system that I was going to try, I decided not to. One of the things that I realized the other day was that, I was already trading too much. That was one of the things that was stressing me out. It was, it just wasn't good. It was making my attitude poor, which doesn't make for good trades either. So, your mind has to be right. Just like when you're going to the gym or anything like that, your mind has to be right. So, okay, so we got our stuff marked here. If you have any questions, again, feel free to email me. My email is on this YouTube page. You can find me on Facebook at Pitmeister. You can also follow me on Twitter if you want to. And I have a blog out there that I write as well. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. And we'll update you as soon as I get any, as soon as these take off. Or tomorrow, anyway. Thanks.